One of the main parts of SLU's mission is the service of humanity. One major way that SLU shows this is through the annual Make a Difference Day. This is a campus-wide event where over 4,000 SLU students give up their day to go do service in the greater St. Louis community.
Really embodies the SLU mission about being men and women for others and reaching out to the community and being there for one another and working as a group towards the betterment of our community. So I think that's a lot of what SLU stands for.
I think SLU has a big drive in service and really fulfilling the Jesuit mission. As students at the Jesuit University, we really strive to help those around us and really drive to serve the community and work for the greater good of God.
I wanted to make a difference, and so I wanted to become more involved, and I'm volunteering with the MSA, and I'm also doing some Habitat for Humanity, and I'm trying to be involved all around so I can make a difference.
One of the focuses of Jesuit education is men and women for others. And I feel like being involved in all this service really helps us learn how to be men and women for others.
At St. Louis University, we strive to honor and live by the Oath of Inclusion. The Oath of Inclusion was written to promote inclusion in the university and to reinstate the sense of community that defines our university and its Jesuit vision.
It is kind of SLU's way of making everyone feel included, and although we all come from different places and we all were brought up differently and have different cultures, it makes us feel as though we're all the same because we're all one Billiken community.
I personally really love having the Oath of Inclusion just because it brings attention to all the many different issues that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that we might not necessarily be able to name it and say, oh, I deal with racism or dealing with other people's sexualities or religions. You might not be able to say that and say that that is a problem that you're dealing with. So the fact that we have the oath and all the students are aware of it and we know what it's talking about, I think creates, even just on a day-to-day basis, creates a more inclusive and welcoming community.
The culture of SLU is also crucial to the mission. Some aspects that are involved in the culture are athletics, religion, and academics. Each has their own unique way to fulfill the mission.
Athletics puts a really heavy emphasis on community service, and they ask that each athlete actually commits some time every semester to community service. There are a lot of different athletic groups that took part in Make a Difference Day last week. I know the swim team, we went and we painted a house and did a lot of yard work for an organization that was outside of our own community because we want to reach out to them, and that's just one thing that athletics really wants us to play a part in.
I'd say yes. I go to Mass every Sunday, and I try to go during the week, and then I'm also a confirmation sponsor, which is pretty cool.
Obviously, since SLU is a Jesuit university, that Jesuit Catholic tradition is obviously going to play a big role in our community. But I would say that if you're not Catholic and you go to SLU, there's no pressure to become Catholic or to conform to the traditions. So I think that really does fulfill SLU's mission.
When I go home, I like to do a lot of volunteer work still on Thanksgiving, feeding meals to people, and doing a lot of other service in occupational therapy because that's my major. And I do that with friends and encourage friends to do that too.
One of the main purposes of SLU is service through healthcare, and there are many different healthcare majors offered here at SLU. And for me as a PT student, I just know that in the future after I graduate, I'm really going to try to live out the culture that I learned here at SLU and use that to help treat patients.